Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we're gonna finish off our game by adding our sound. So let's finish this. Alright, so let's finish this off. So here's the same code as before. And I'm gonna go under this, this is my GitHub page. I'm gonna go on the same site as I've been using before, the codebeautifully.org, just to show the difference between the code. And here I have this month's code right on the right and last month's code to the left. And here you can show the difference. And here's the code representation of what it does. So here's difference, inserted, and so forth. So you could go to under show on the difference to make the file really small. But here I can keep track of what's going on. So I pretty much just added this, increased the game timer over here. I fix a little, well, it's a little bit better, but I just moved this dash over here just to match everything. That's why it's showing, hey, it's a difference between five, but it's not really. So I increased the game timer. As you see over here, I added this super odds over here, which is going to mask the value to when it's with the timer variable. So when it's going to mask, so when you reach this over here, the super is going to stop showing on the screen, and our music to timer is running down is going to be played. That's pretty much all the big difference over here. And here I needed it up. Well, it doesn't look right over here. It's a big difference, but over here under my file it does. So let me come over here. And another big difference, if you come over here and see all my variables, I added a description on the side where this location is. So everybody coming from the first time can just try to make a little bit more sense to what's going on. So you give a description to each variable. Hopefully it's more understandable. So that's all the big difference over here. Super variables, all this stuff. So here you're gonna come over here and you're gonna see another big change, which I added the reset sound. So you can reset the sound every time you reposition your players, so the music stops playing. So whatever I have on it is going to be resetted. So that's pretty good to have. And here I have a, this is pretty much our music timer, which is our constant over here. But I did add a variable, it's our default music bits per second. So you have our sound and your music. But I did add a variable over here that you can change at least the music bits per second, which is somewhere music BPS. Here you go. So you can change how fast and how slow each beat plays per second. So I added that. And here I just took this super white out of here. And here, instead of it jump to start, as you notice over here, just remove this skip out and just use start frame instead of our label over here, simply because every time I was running the code over here. So let me come over here. Left, I just wanted to say start a frame instead of every time I have to come over here and look at this skip to ball start. So a little bit just to give me a better notion where I was in the code. A little bit late for that, but better late than ever. So let me come over here. It's a big difference. And here I change our timer to make sure while it's less than, not it's equal 0, just in case it goes over. So it's and I did the same thing for the music, just to be precaution over here. So that's the difference that I made over there. And here I just added this code for our jump, and I added as, and I commented out because I decided not to do the jump and the catch. And I'm going to show you guys why as soon as I get to that part of the code. Here it is. So right now it's without code every time no sound every time I jump. And it's going to be, so let me change, so here. Because I wanted to keep the, as you notice, the annoying sound over there, I wanted to have a sound to play while the player was jumping, but I didn't like any of the sounds I came up with. And even if I added the counter a little bit extra sound, I just didn't like the sound for the player jump and the player catch ball, so I decided just not to adding any of them all together, but comment it out over here if you guys want to mess out with. And then first same thing I did for player 1 and player 0 to make that sound, and I did comment it out over here for player 1 as well, as you see the same thing. But like I said, I didn't like it, so I decided not to include it in the final part. And not only that, because I come over here in the console, let me come all the way towards the end since I run it twice. It's not a lot of bytes left for Bank 0. I was moving stuff around, but it ended up being a bigger headache. It was worth it, so I decided not to add those sounds as well, just because of that. So it's becoming more work than was needed. So that was a big difference over there. Let me go show the difference. Let's just scroll down for now. So this is how the code is still remaining the same. That was bank 1. So it's bank 0. Now back to bank 1. See bank 1 over here. Just the reset sound, the same thing for our bank 1. Since we're using the same code, it was better. I should have just used a macro instead of changing everything all over, but I don't feel it was necessary, especially towards the end of the game. So same thing as before. BTS, bits per second. This is the normal one. If it's not, so we're gonna, the default is 15. Here, set over. So when the set is over, so here just looking for this. As you notice over here, the set is over, and the time is over. And here I'm just changing the bits per second, so something really fast for every 15 frames. Pay the player beat over here, and here's the set over. It's just the normal, just setting our values over here. So if you remember from the last code video that I said, so the A represents our index over here, so which songs you play, how big it is, and if it's going to be repeatable. Which I noticed I never use it, so I could have just not ignored this. But when I was making it, I thought it was going to be necessary, so I decided not to add it. So here is our tie. So how I had it before is if both player tied, it would increment. So let's say I had 2 to 1. So if both player ties, it's going to be 3 to 2. And then it's gonna check again. So the player that tied had more points was a disadvantage. So here I have another recheck. So if it's tie, everybody gets a point, like it says over here. But since then it's gonna check who has the bigger point and who won. Because before, our player that had less points could have win it, and that wasn't fair. So we just changed that. So that's why I have a checker. Here's the game over. Instead of one loop, I just have one. And it's pretty much like before. Music game over instead of event game over, so I had it wrong over there. And here is me just setting up more songs. Here is the supers on. And and a good thing about this bits per second, I could have synced this to where, so it takes 2 seconds. So I modified this bits per second over here to fit between these 2 seconds. That's why this music for seconds, BPS was good for me. Here I have the section. So when the song is over, I just come over here. So here is timer +1. Like I said before, this super timer is odd, which I had on the beginning. This mask over here just to check when to play the timer is running down and so forth. Here I have sound. Jump to index. I just changed the label over here. No big deal. As you see, just because I have player jump throw, so I just changed the throw over here. I did the same thing over here, just changing the values here. Here is the variable that I'm not gonna really need it, never use it, but I still left it over there. Just description. reset value, nothing much. But here's just setting the music bits norm to your default, which was 15. Was it 15? Let me come over here and check. It's 15, yeah. So setting that back up. And I believe that's pretty, no? Oh yeah, the jumping sound, me messing around with, see if I could find something that was better. And here was the music. So let me come down to show you guys that. Like I said, I was trying to make some music over there, but I was not having any success. So I just went to Fiverr and I went to this guy over here. Actually, I just copy and paste. And I asked him if he could compose me a music with a single note over here. So here's the guy over here. I contacted him. He was nice enough to compose the song for me. Let me go back and just leave it over here. So because a bit more complicated. So when you went to this website and request them to make music, they try to make music for today's game. But Mario was a more restriction, so it had to be a single note, single time, and so forth. And he delivered. He did send me the song on the MIDI file, so I could check how it works, and then I just translated it to our game. So let me make your calculator over here. So let me show you how it was. So if you're on your calculator under Windows, you have a programmer tool over here, just setting programming. And actually, so let me just show you guys. So here, here's the software that I downloaded. So he sent me the MIDI file after he composed the song. And I came over here and I have mid-chip music. You can download this file over here, which is gonna give these. I think it only works. Does it work? No, we have to all major platforms. So I'm gonna download for Windows at least. It's gonna download a .executable file exe, which is gonna come under with this keyboard over here. And if I were to open a song over here. Here I have, for example, Super Mario. And here you can see, if I were to play, so it shows where exactly the note is being played. And as well, if you come over here, normally it doesn't come, but come with other shift notes. Where was it? It's not show notes in ladder. So click on ladder, so now you can see which letter is being played, and if you can read notes, that's great for you, but I couldn't. So let me come over to the Alien Bill website, Alien Bill, Web Tuner. So I had that song over there, and I came over here. So I saw, for example, let me just open the songs that he made for me. So this is, I reset it over here. So here's the song. So let me play it. So you can notice over here that's one of the songs that he composed, which was really nice. But as you see over here, you can play all these notes over here. So for example, this was a G. So I came over here under G. So he showed me the G ladder. Here's the E sharp. Then I know this. Somewhere, let's say for example is this, and you can calculate the values. So I have G and G sharp. So here I have my value, which is my control and your frequency. So my control value is 12. So I can come over here. Let me show on my macro. So the first value that we actually store is the volume. So here is normally set to 8, and the next one is the control. So the control is 12. So here on my calculator, I put 12 over here, and I come over here under the beat toggle. You can see that 12 is the value 1 and 1. This is our nibble right over here. So I know that's 12, and I know that 8, if I come over here, it's just 1 over here. So if this is 12, and this is 8. So here is my value, 140, which come over here in hex, it's 8C. So I will come over here under my song. If I not in here, I put my byte HC hex right over here. So that was easy. So not easy, but here I combine both value and got the G key right over here. Thanks for this William Bill website. And then I have the pitch, and that's pretty much, it's going to be a whole byte. And I just put it in under byte 16, 17. So that's how I went about and store all the songs all together. So I went to the Alien Bill website and I had all the keys I set up. So here is everything. So I manually, after he sent me all these songs over here, let me just continue playing. So here's the and as you see, it sounds a lot better than it is under the game, because there's a no, it's not really that, the Atari 2600 is not really that powerful. So let me just show you guys, because it sounds a lot better than what I got in the game, but it does. But let's just in comparison. So that's pretty much how I went about and set up our music. And there is, let me come over here. I don't want to, what was the E? Where was it under? Well, it doesn't matter. Let me close this out and show you guys. Because if I remember it right, let me just go check 1 second. Let me pause here and open the software so you can show you how I got the sounds. That was how I got the music. Let me go show you how I got the sounds. Alright, so here is the website that I use to find the sound. randomterrain.com/index. Go under Atari Memories and come over here under the BB Music Toys sound. And here I have my keyboard, pretty much, just like before. It's gonna be a little bit loud, but if you come over here, whoops, damn, that scared me. But if you put the sound, let me just close this. But if you put the mouse under the part over there, of course I had my volume low, so I don't scare the heck out of me. This just happened right now. It's probably scared the heck out of you too, man. But then I could notice which song I like, and I'll work it out from there. So that's how I came about and put all the sounds to your game. So it's pretty much set. Finish. I could work a little bit more on it, but I decided not to, because I don't see what else I can add to it. And that's pretty much how the game is. So let me just run. I got that sound. So here's our game. So let's set it up a little bit. So here's the sound for when the player throws a ball. I have my volume a little bit too low. Let me just follow. So that's the sound for when the super showed up, which is really quick. And one of the restrictions had the guy, it's like, hey. So those were the sounds that I added. So the restriction said it has to be under 2 seconds with a single note. So imagine how hard it is to make something with that. So that was hard. But as you notice, the sound was playing and the sound was playing at the same time because it had 2 different channels. And you heard the timer down. So that was the song. And the end of the end of the set song as well. So let me go back to it. So let me just, I'm gonna show you guys. Actually, let me just play a little bit over here for my AI. Oops. And oh, he got his super. Oh, I got it. Oh boy. Oh boy, he's killing me. So this is pretty much the game. Revenge. Oh, he got it. And as you notice, that was the sound for the Super when I threw it. It's a bit different. You had the sound for when the set is over. And there was the sound when the timer was running down. I'll play. So look a little bit bigger, but it was two sounds at the same time. Up. Oops. So there it is. You saw it's the whole game, all the sounds included. The computer kicked my ass. There is a small trick to beating him, but I'll let you guys figure that out. So if that's said, that's pretty much the whole game that I wanted to make. I could improve a little bit part here and there, especially in the AI, so it doesn't beat my ass so much. But I don't know. But that's it. And on the next video, I'm just gonna go over to finish it off, draw a cover really fast, go over a little bit about the star that I want to make. So because the cover on this game is pretty much was how would it sell the game, and was the theme of the game as well. So it's pretty important. And hopefully after that I can have this game actually on a cartridge. So if that's said, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.